Hello, my name is Kathleen King, and I'm Vice Mayor of Saratoga, and I'm also the Executive Director of the Santa Clara Family Health Foundation. But I was fortunate enough last year to partner with May Institute in plans to open an early diagnostic early intervention clinic, and we were very fortunate to see an article by Sal Pisario about the Stars and Stripes Cadence grant. Now I'm honored to recognize Cadence and two of their leaders in their organizations for their efforts to improve our community. Since 1990, Cadence has tried to make philanthropy fun at their company. Ray Bingham is here. Ray started this program. It was a $50,000 program the first year. Last year was over $1 million. This program has raised over $11 million for local charities, doing it through fun in their company, with the help of the 49ers, with the help of many sponsors here like San Jose Construction, Applied Materials, and some of the others. They have raised funds to build an emergency shelter for teens, for homeless women and children, built a family house at Palo Alto's VA hospital, and the clinic we are opening January 15th.
And in particular, Kathy Wheeler. Now, Kathy's also a recipient. You'll hear from her in a moment. Kathy is the heart and soul of the Cadence Community Involvement Program. She, if there's a fundraiser of any type, she's in the middle of it. We've collected backpacks, we've given gifts off the giving tree, we've participated in food drives, and all of these fun events that you'll see on the video, she is in the middle of. So Kathy Wheeler, Cadence, PACT, thank you very much on behalf of Mike Pfister.
Next, we're honoring Kathy Wheeler, and I'm going to try and go through this without getting too emotional, because what you learn about Cadence when you're one of their recipients, you become part of the family. And so I decided I couldn't write as many adjectives as I would put in front of Kathy's name, so I asked many of her peers and her boss and her son what they think of Kathy. She makes the Stars and Stripes a success. Ray Bingham said that some people have leadership roles and they fill them because they have the title. Kathy fills it because she was born a leader. She leads by example. She brings her energy and millions of hours to raising the Stars and Stripes funds. Another piece Nancy Semantic said is that Kathy also is a child advocate. And even after the child is no longer her child, she continues with that child to make sure they're united with their family. Christine Burrows at Envision told me that when Kathy heard at 5 a.m. on the news, which since Kathy's usually up till midnight, I don't know what she was doing at 5 a.m., but anyway, that Envision had had a major fire, Kathy ran down with breakfast for all the mothers and children who were moved out of their rooms after the fire. Her boss, David Ticasso, hopefully this is on tape, Kathy, for you, but says that Kathy tells everyone that she has the best job in Cadence, but as her manager, he says he has the best employee at Cadence. She is so dedicated and tireless in her effort to make a difference at Cadence. And this one, I would just die to have one of my sons say someday, but Matthew said about his mother, there wasn't much difference between her work and what she did at home. Her community involvement has made him a very strong volunteer as well, and you could never tell the difference between what she was doing at work and at home. He said his mother is one of the best community volunteers. She's not only beautiful, but lovely. And I just pray my boys will say that someday. So let's welcome a very good friend of mine, Kathy Wheeler, Senior Manager of Global Community Involvement for Cadence.
I don't think I can read this now. Thank you, Ray and Matthew and Christine and Nancy and Dave and everybody. I do have the best job at Cadence, no doubt. So I joined Cadence back via merger over 20 years ago, and we were about a $300 million company at the time. And part of my job was managing this ad hoc community involvement program that included this little fundraising event. And Ray led it for so long, but really it was Joe Costello, who our founding CEO, who came up with the idea that, you know, we should get all our competitors in the electronic design automation business together and put competition business aside and do some fundraising event and raise some money for a grassroots organization doing great work in the community. So we decided bowling was appropriate because, you know, you get everybody in the same room, and even if you can't bowl very good, you can still have fun with it. And so about that first year, we had about a half a dozen EDA companies and executives. And by the way, we called it Stars and Strikes because stars were the EDA executives and strikes was the bowling tournament. So that first year, we raised $56,000. And in 1993, we hit our first 100,000. We were so proud of that, and little did we know it was only the beginning. In 1996, we partnered with the 49ers, and it has just taken the event to a total new level. They provide players and items for our auction. The bowling center sells out every year now, 50+ lanes full of corporate sponsors, and the atmosphere is just electric at this event. The fundraising has soared ever since we've been involved with the 49ers. So the long list of sponsors now isn't just our competitors. As you can imagine, it's our customers, our partners, our suppliers, our vendors. Several of our vendors and suppliers are here today. Thank you, by the way. And of course, our competitors, we still drag them back as well. You know, a particular aspect of Stars and Strikes is that we pick one beneficiary. And when we raised the $56,000, it was one beneficiary. When we raised $1 million, it's one beneficiary, because we want to make a long-lasting impact on the organization, a sustainable impact, and one that's going to impact the people they serve. Now, you heard a lot of the projects we've been involved in. A couple others, you know, we helped the county library system with their backbone for the first internet service back in 1993. San Jose Unified School District's Healthy Start and Homeless Assistance Program was a recipient. We helped rebuild the commercial street inn that burnt down, and also helped with the renovation of their new Georgia Travis Center. Bill Wilson Center was going to lose their buildings where their teen drop-in center is downtown, and we came to the rescue with Stars and Strikes funding and helped the seed funding to buy those buildings. Raft has a new warehouse, their first warehouse. We helped finish off the funding of that project. And the Fisher House, one of my prouder moments, just because we funded it. It was under construction and open within a year of Stars and Strikes, and one of the great projects. And this year, of course, the May Institute. As much as we've accomplished here in San Jose, I think I'm even more proud of the rest of our employees around the world who are in offices of a couple dozen people to a few hundred people. After the attacks at 9/11, we saw this entire employee population band together and help channel that generosity and channel that camaraderie with those employees into their own local communities. So now, while we're raising money, holding a bowling tournament, our employees around the world are raising money locally with bake sales and, you know, athletic events, and they've done some amazing things too, and just a couple of them. They renovated and equipped a homework center for the Boys and Girls Club. There's a new horse named Cadence in Ottawa for a therapeutic riding program. They purchased an electrical surgical unit and an operating table for a children's hospital. The list goes on and on. So there are 20 projects around the world every year go on at the same time the San Jose Stars and Strikes event does. Okay, you guys got me all verklempt again. Anyway, Stars and Strikes, actually, including what's going on around the world, has raised over $12.5 million. And little did we know when we raised that first $56,000 that I'd be standing here talking about $12.5 million, this little grassroots fundraising event. But you know what? We couldn't do what we do without leaders. And Cadence, I've been there over 20 years, and we have the most amazing leadership. They believe in this program. They believe in our involvement in the community. So I'd like to thank Joe Costello, of course, for the idea to begin with, and Ray, who for years, both in words and deeds, supported the program and all the other things we do at the company. And Mike is, you know, in the sumo outfit, being willing to wrestle all for a good cause. But a lot of our leaders are here today, and I appreciate it. And they all believe in what we do. They believe in the legacy of community involvement in Cadence, and they support it, and that's why we're successful at what we do. I want to thank my boss, Dave Tricasso, because he's the best boss also. And you know, our whole team, Dave's team, they jump in and help, you know, whether it's a fundraising event or a community drive, they're always there, willingly help. Marcia runs an amazing auction, by the way. She has another career after her travel. She's going, no. Anyway, I also want to acknowledge my son and daughter-in-law. Matthew has been by my side at many a Stars and Stripes event, whether it was being a lane monitor or handing out a few bowling shirts. But he and Laura Lee are here today, and I really appreciate them. I'm very proud of this award. I'm proud to be affiliated with PACT, but it's the leaders of Cadence and the employees of Cadence that really have made this possible, and so I want to share the award with you. Thank you.